The country's southernmost town of Eilat used to be a vibrant global hotspot for scuba divers, but in recent years it's had to rely on the domestic market to survive. Now, with an envious eye on Egypt's Sharm el-Sheikh resort, it's resurfacing with a new artificial reef which it hopes will win back the international traveller. Andy Scott reports from the Red Sea Resort.
Is this the ultimate sea view? A collection of aquatic photographs displayed 7 metres below the Red Sea. It's the idea of Eilat-based Noam Kortler, a photographer with a desire to show his pieces in a natural habitat. And with visitors to the city few and far between, the idea has been seized upon.
It's something new for the city, and because it's a great idea with a good compliments, they thought it would be a great thing to put some people down to Eilat once a year around the world and from Israel. Unfortunately, after the Intifada, people stopped coming here and they're going directly to Sharm or other destination.
The attraction of scuba diving is now a central tenet in the regeneration of the resort, in a town where tourism once ruled. Now you don't have to look too hard to find a table.
Eilat is in a relatively crisis because of these few years that we had actually lost the clientele. So we have to rebuild everything all over again. We lost the charter flights. Today we have only 4 direct charter flights during the season. We used to have close to 40. Our plan is to get it back to 15 flights by the end of 2008.
But even the hardcore divers believe that the sensitive ecosystem of Israel's Red Sea finds the increasing numbers hard to bear.
The coastline is so small, it's so short, and the pressure on the reef itself is so high that there is sort of a contradiction between our will to have more divers, more business, and the fact that more divers equal more destruction and more pressure on the reef.
The answer is a mix of both things that Eilat needs. An artificial reef that is friendly to the fish, but is equally friendly to the pocket.
The corals like it, the fish like it. When we put it here in the Red Sea, after a day, it's full with fish.
We are building this and connecting it one to another on the shore, which is saving a lot of money. Then we are floating it and tagging it, towing it to the end location.
It may seem strange that a resort with such a beautiful seashore should try and attract people with an artificial reef. However, research suggests that people who come on scuba diving holidays only spend 7% of time in the water. Therefore, anything that attracts the clientele is surely a good thing.
People don't come to dive sites where there are no calls, and that's something which is established everywhere, including here. We see a decline in visiting by divers because they want to go to more flourishing reefs. We see that in Sharm, in Egypt, which are the most top preferred places. Suddenly nobody wants to go there. We see here in the North Beach in Eilat, which there used to be 3 dive clubs there. There isn't a single one left. Corals are gone, divers are gone.
Israel's artifice could well save Eilat's habitat, both above and below the water. Ecology and business do not often work together, but here seems to have found the balance between consumption and conservation.